Hi, how are you today? I'm Terry Vanover with Choosing to Rise, and I'm a divorce strategist, and I help women come through divorce without being legally, financially, and emotionally devastated. So today we're going to be talking about some tips for dealing with the anger that you might have towards your ex, or maybe even the anger that you're holding towards yourself or your situation. Divorce is a big process and it's a grieving process. And one of the emotions that you're undoubtedly going to come across, whether it's an amicable divorce or whether it's a very contentious divorce, is you're going to feel angry. And it's an emotional roller coaster. You'll have that with many other feelings, but anger is a very prominent emotion. And so many people hold on to that anger and don't know how to let that anger go. So today we're going to talk about how to deal with anger towards your ex and how to release that anger. So I'm Terry Vanover with Choosing to Rise, and I want to talk to you about the first thing that you need to do when you're feeling yourself be really angry and you start ruminating on how difficult it is and how bad it is. I want you just to remember that the anger that you're feeling is something that you are causing yourself, and it's giving up your power to someone else. When you are feeling anger and you're holding on to that anger, you're not doing anything to anybody else. It's not hurting anyone else but yourself. And the only thing you're doing is allowing someone else or something, a situation, to have power over you. So it's real important that you, what am I doing? Why am I putting myself through this? I'm in control of my thoughts. I'm going to release this anger. I'm going to stop thinking this way. Another tip that I have for you to help you with overcoming anger is to really take time and make it a practice of self-care. Anybody who's watched any of my videos, you know that self-care is my number one rule going through a divorce. You have to learn how to take care of yourself and how to de-stress during this time. I believe in exercising, getting plenty of rest, and eating well. And if you don't practice meditation, really is an amazing practice. It's really simple and really easy to do, and it just brings so much calm to the mind. It really helps ease anxiety. And there's lots of great apps out there that can teach you how to meditate very, very quickly and effectively. So if you haven't checked out Headspace or Breathe, there's some really great resources and free resources for meditation. And I'm a big believer in that meditation. So another thing that I want you to think about when you're feeling yourself get angry, I want you to think about breathing. Oftentimes, there's a physiological response to our mental thoughts that are going on in our head. But when we kind of take control of our physical being, it helps with that mental emotions that are going on. Oftentimes when we're feeling stressed or feeling anger or there's flood of emotions are coming over us, it's important to just take a moment, inhale and breathe and let out that tension and anxiety. Just literally let it out of your body. So taking control of your physical being. So, and lastly, what I want to talk to you is about reframing your thoughts. It's so interesting that facts are facts, but how people perceive those facts are what makes up the problem. The problem is not the problem. It's your attitude about the problem, right? Some people who've been in abusive or marriages where the spouse was an addict or something like that, and they get out of the marriage, divorce is a celebration. It's a good thing. They're happy, they're free. And for other people, divorce is a time of grieving, a time of loss, and feeling really betrayed, and it's unfair. So it's all about how you think about the problems, right? If you think that your ex is really, really difficult to deal with, you're going to have to take control of those thoughts yourself. You're going to have to work on changing that attitude. right? And a good way to change this attitude is really being mindful of being grateful, all the things that you do have in your life, all the good things that are going well, looking optimistically at those things. So happy my kids are healthy. So happy that we're in the home. So happy that I have a job that's consistent and secure. Whatever those things that you can have an attitude of gratitude about, keep those in mind, because it's really, the problem isn't the problem, right? It's all about reframing things. So yeah, maybe you do have an ex who's super, super difficult to deal with, but turn off the phone and put up those boundaries and focus on friends that you love and you want to hang out with. So, or thinking that the situation's unfair, you know, all your friends are married and you want to be married too, this is really not fair. Reframing that to, hey, I've got a lot of freedom and flexibility that my friends don't have. I get to go to a movie whenever I want, or I get to eat what I want for dinner. It's all about kind of reframing some of those negative thoughts into something more positive, and using a gratitude journal or using an attitude of gratitude every day of the things that you do have to keep us grounded and positive moving forward. So those are my tips for dealing with the anger that you might have. I know you're struggling. I know it's a difficult time. I've been there. I've lost my health, my home, my credit, and I understand how difficult this time is, and I made so many mistakes. So if you need help and you want support, reach out to me at terryvanover@comcast.net, and I'm happy to set up a session with you. We can talk about the 3 steps for overcoming your divorce without being legally, financially, and emotionally devastated. If you know someone who is considering divorce or is going through a divorce and is struggling, please send them to choosingtorise.com. I have a free ebook, 7 tips for surviving divorce. So I look forward to hearing from you. So have a great day. And if you are still dealing with that anger and it is wrapping up in your emotions and it's getting in the way of your happiness, reach out to me. I'd love to help you release that anger and move forward. Terry Vanover at Comcast.net. Have a great weekend.